Hi, Elspeth here. I just wanted to do a quick video on how to assign things on Teams. This has been kind of a question, so I wanted to go through it and make it very clear. So you can go and start either by clicking on your class and then going to assignments up here at the top. You will see if you have any drafts, anything that's assigned here, anything that's been graded can open up down here. And then to create a new one, you're actually going to click create. From here, you can create a quiz or an assignment. You're going to type in your category. I usually do whatever unit that we're working on, unit 3, usually like 3.5, 3.5. Category, if you'd like, I usually have a springboard, something like that. Instructions, you can type anything you want in here. And then right here where the paperclip is where you're going to add resources. So you click the paperclip and this window is going to open up. This is my OneDrive. So where I put all of my assignments right now is in distance learning. Previously, I would put it into my Springboard or my Study Sync or my Social Studies, something like that folder. So I can actually click on it and then I have all of my PowerPoint hyperdocs for my students. 1.10, click it, and then you can add it in there. If you want them to do like a Flipgrid, you can put Flipgrid in here, the website address. If you want them to do a specific page in your class notebook, you can also add that in here. If you are working from your personal computer and you created something and it's saved to your computer, you can click upload from this device and then it's going to open up everything in your file services here so that you can find it from there. So those are the two options. Personally, I find that saving everything in the cloud, working on it at home in the cloud, um, uploading it from the cloud is just the easiest way to do it from the OneDrive. But it's up to you, whatever is going to work best for you. Now, once you add those resources here, I'll give an example. So this one is saying that students can't edit it. I want them to edit it because that way students edit their own copy. So basically, every time that I give them this, they're able to go into each page and put in their own information. I'll do journal entry pages. I usually do one of these a week. And I've been doing that since the beginning of the school year. So the kids are pretty apt to it. They know Monday I get it, Friday it's due. And they enter all their own information onto the document, and then I'm able to see it. And so this is really important that they can edit their own copy. If you want to add more resources, I've added like a Wakelet with additional resources. You just keep clicking the little paperclip and adding more things. You can put your points in here and then also your rubric. So I have a HyperDoc rubric here, and you can see that I created on March 30th. Um, it's 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And honestly, I use it for all of my things. It's just based on if it's clear, if there's things that are missing, if they didn't attempt, nothing was done, I have a 0. And by doing that, basically all of these, I have the same rubric because it's the same thing. You have to put in information in, you have to put pictures in, all of that. And so it lines it for me. And it automatically puts it as 100 points. And then I'll show you the grading part of it. So you can assign it. Right now it's assigned to period 4. But if you click this, you can assign to multiple periods. And that's one of the questions I always get. So I can do, let's see here, this one and this one. And now I have it assigned to 3 classes, all of my ELA classes. All students. This is also important because assigned to only maybe 1 or 2 kids, or in my SDC class, sometimes I need to scaffold the work. So 2 or 3 kids that are on a non-diploma track, then I will give them a different assignment. And then the date due, so you can choose. And then right here it says assignment will post immediately with late turns in allowed. So a lot of us right now are preparing for a month worth of work. And so this is important. You want to click edit. You can actually schedule to assign in the future. So how that's helpful is that if you created 4 of these PowerPoints, you can assign them to release every Monday for the next month. And so you are done. Like your work is already in there, and then you can have your class time or your check-in or however you're going to do it, but your work is assigned. You can choose when it's the post date. So you could choose like, okay, so this one is going to be for April 20th. The post time will be 9 a.m. That's probably about the time my students are maybe waking up, half of them. And then the due date will be the 24th. And then this here where it says close date is important because that actually makes it like vanish. The kids cannot do extra work on it. They can't turn it in late. The minute April 24th comes, the assignment is gone for them. And that might be something if you want to keep hard deadlines, you want to do that. If you want it to be where they can turn it in late, you want to leave that unchecked. So it's your choice. If you're doing an essay, you can go ahead and turn on the Turnitin integration. And so what that will do is give you just a percentage of how much their essay is alike to the internet or online. And so they just do that check. That's the only real integration that Turnitin has right now in there. It's just telling you a percentage of words that are alike. It's helpful for me because if I know that I'm shooting for like 30% or 20% because the document is the same as everybody else's document, right? At least the shell of it. Um, then I know that if a kid has like 60%, then they definitely copied it from somebody. Uh, that's up to you. Essay, things like that. Okay, so up here you have discard. So if you want to throw it away, you go, oh, never mind, I don't want to do this. You have save. So if you do not know that you want to submit this yet, even with the post date, and say you want to say, I need a extra resource that I forgot about, then click save. That's going to go into your drafts folder, and then you can pull it back up, add the additional resource, and then you can keep rolling. Or you can click assign. So if I click assign, it's going to pop up in the post section in a second here. It usually takes a minute. And it'll pop up here and tell everybody that the assignment was created. And then the kids can click on it, go in, etc. So for grading the assignment, you can go back up to assignments. There it goes. The notice came up. And for like this one here, Springboard 118, due time, I had close time. I'm going to click on it. Now, you can see the assignment. This is what I gave the students. I have my rubric, so I can quickly go through and see what they did. Some of this. So they should have filled in this. This should have been filled in. This should have been filled in. This should have been filled in. You can see where I'm giving sentence frames, I'm giving different things, and this is all from my Springboard textbook. So I go, okay, you know what? This student didn't do anything, right? So you would put 1 or 0, done, and then you can click the arrow and go to the next student. It already gave them 25 points. So that is completely done. Now, because this is an old class, I click return, so it's going to send it to the student, quote unquote. I can click close here. And then now under graded, I can see all my grades. Normally it's going to have names here, but for student safety, I'm using an old class. And you'll see all your grades here. The check marks means that it's been turned in, the student saw it, it's all good to go. And you can see that they're all different uh, based on the rubric. But it's very easy because once you get rolling, you can just click, 3, 2, 4, next, 3, 2, 4, next. And then I go through here, I get all my grades, write it into my grade book, and then I can transfer it into Q. Now the student view, this is important because if you're wondering what the students are seeing, when they get here, they go, okay, instructions page 96 to 98. I click on my work, it automatically opens up. Oh, I can check the rubric. This is what she wants. 100 points possible and the due date. I click on it and they'll be able to open it up and get working right on it. And I can put, for my PowerPoints, I put a lot of stuff in here for the page numbers, all of that to help. So normally they're going to actually be able to edit it right inside of Teams, and that's helpful, or they can open it into however they want. Now the grades function is something that they've added recently. And so you can actually see, this is a teacher. All of the assignments, if they viewed it, that means that they opened it up and checked it out. If they've completed it, it'll say not completed. If they finished it and turned it in, it'll say turned in. However, they can still turn something in and not actually do anything on it, so you're still going to have to check it. And then if it's something like this where it doesn't have anything there, that means that they didn't even open it. And so that's helpful right now, especially when we're trying to figure out who's online, who's not. So that's important as well. So due before April 14th, everything is in here. And that's just how you assign and then also check the grades for assignments and teams. Thanks for watching, and if there's anything that you have questions on, please feel free to reach out or request a video that's helpful for me so that I can make sure that I'm giving you guys what you need. All right, thank you and have a great day.